What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here with Clash BROOK. There is so much content going on today. Obviously, the anniversary pulls, there is the face-off versus Luffy and Sanji, and then there's also Clash BROOK, which in today's video, I have 4 separate teams for you guys that I have built that take on this event, and honestly, you shouldn't be expecting too much heading into this. It's, I wouldn't say it's like extremely difficult, like a raid crocodile, for example, but there are some gimmicks that you do have to take note of in order to get through it a lot easier. But before we actually get into the breakdown of the event itself, I want to go ahead and take this time to talk about the character, because this character is actually not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and have a look. Now, I have mine at max limit break. I would suggest, by the way, when this actually event is out right now, 100% chance of skill up is live, so make sure to farm it up, max him out straight away, because it's the best opportunity to do so. So this BROOK is a Psy Free Spirit Slasher, nothing really too surprising there. Captain effect is just a 3 times captain, health and, you know, making in-slots matching to Free Spirit, nothing really too crazy there. But his special ability is actually very good. It will go ahead and reduce damage threshold by 3 turns, reduces special bind by 3 turns, and if there are any delayed enemies when you launch the special, it gives you a 1.75 times conditional boost against them. Otherwise, if there's no delayed enemies, it just delays them for 1 turn. The really good thing about that is he has double special activation, so you can actually get a self-proccing conditional boost as well as utility for this guy, which is great. He does have critical hit, which is pretty weak, but as for his crewmate effects, he does resist special bind by 3 turns. It would actually be insane if this guy resisted 6 turns of special bind, but unfortunately not the case there, but still, you know, still not a terrible unit across the board. He has a support effect to any side character, giving damage reduction and an attack boost. In Rumble, what does he do? Attack and targets side teammates for reduction of utility, which is not really too useful. It's very, very situational. And then you get attack boost for the first 40 seconds, which is actually not that good. But just in generic content, this guy's going to be an awesome character to have. He's obviously going to be boosted for the next treasure map, of course. So I would advise, make sure to get him done, because he's actually a really, really good unit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of Clash BROOK. So getting into this Clash event, this is a pretty annoying raid for a couple of different reasons, and it's mainly because of stages 1, 2, and 3. Stage 1, you get hit with 2 turns of paralysis. Stage 2, you get hit with 4 turns of despair, and then stage 3, you get hit with 4 turns of bind. Like, it's just really annoying, because the way that you're supposed to beat this raid is by using Luffy and Sanji, using their switch effects every single turn to just get rid of all of the debuffs that you're going to be encountering in this fight. Pedro here is also kind of annoying as well. He has around 6 million health, and you can see he applies despair, and he applies paralysis, and he gives you a chain debuff. So a chain locker is going to be a really ideal unit to use here, or the new raid, not the new raid unit, but the new rare recruit component actually removes those chain debuffs, which is very, very nice. Also, if you guys were lucky enough to summon Halloween Buggy, he is an exceptional unit for this raid, because he gets rid of block orbs, he gets rid of special bind, and he gets rid of the increased defense as well. Like, he just does a lot of different things that's very, very useful. So if you have him, he's going to be one of the most useful units you can bring for this event. The final stage, BROOK, is kind of annoying. He special binds you, and he also despairs you. So if you try to use Shanks' crew as a captain to remove the special bind, it actually doesn't work, because he despairs you on top of that. So the actual captain effect of Shanks' crew won't activate to remove the special bind. And also, the characters in your bottom row actually get binded as well, so you need some type of unit to remove bind on the final boss stage as well. Like, it's just lots of annoying debuffs, but Luffy and Sanji obviously get around it. This first team that you're seeing here is the team that I built against it first, which is why you're seeing all the animations for all the characters, because this is the first time I was clearing it. This is the first 0 stamina encounter that I had, and I actually was kind of a little bit silly in terms of the way that I beat it, but, you know, it's lucky that Pedro doesn't really do much on the second turn of attacks, and we had Capone to tank damage. But either way, once you're on this stage, it's pretty much GG. As I said, you know, the Buggy is going to be a very, very MVP unit to help you clear this content a lot faster, which is really, really good. Moving on to the secondary team, this is by far my favorite team that I used in this event today, and it was the Halloween, Law, and Mihawk team. The great thing about it is that with the captain effects of Law and Mihawk, you get rid of paralysis, you get rid of despair, so you don't even have to worry about that. The bind obviously is a little bit of a problem, but we have the support of the quick Corazon, which was attached to Law, that was actually able to remove that. If you got another unit that just removes bind with their support effect, you could definitely put that on the team as well, which would help you out. Now, against Pedro here, all we're doing is just launching all of our offensive specials with Mihawk and also with Law. We do have the support of V1 Zora attached to Mihawk so that we can get around that really annoying chain debuff. Even if we didn't have the support of Zora, it actually wouldn't matter just with the amount of damage that this team is actually able to output. And then on the final stage, we're actually able to use Buggy once again to get rid of the debuffs. We have Grandma Neon, which is one of those Kizuna rare recruit characters, but she's really good because she'll give us a chain lock on the final stage to help us get around the chain coefficient reduction, as well as having an effect that removes bind, so it actually unbinds the rest of our team, so we can use our normal attacks. And then outside of that, that's all we need, because the Mihawk and Law specials will actually carry over into the next room. Law will always carry over, but with Mihawk, you have to hit a certain amount of perfects, so as long as you hit 3 perfects on stage 4, this team is not going to have any issues, and was definitely my favorite team through recording all of these clips for you guys. So now moving on to the Oden team. This team was a little bit more sketchy because this team doesn't really have any units that can get around the paralysis or the bind or the despair like very, very easily on the first few stages. So this team is very, very risky. I don't know if I could really suggest this team to you guys unless if you shuffle around some of your units for some more utility units. If you were lucky enough to pull Luffy and Sanji, you could actually just use them on as a crewmate on your team, or even as a friend captain as well. That's probably what I should have done. I'd probably just use a Luffy Sanji friend captain on this team instead of running double Oden. Yeah, that would definitely work a lot better than what than just using double Oden, but there are definitely other replacements that you could run for an Oden team. But we are using limited rare recruit Lucy here, who's great, who gives us matching slots, gives us an attack boost, has really good utility, removes special bind, which is great. Neko is great as well. Uso Hachi to remove the increased defense on the final stage. Neko removes despair as well, and also enables our Odins to use their super type special. The Kizuna Buggy is a really good unit there as well, because he removes those debuffs on stage 4, gives us matching slots. Odin special changes those into Wano slots, so we just do a lot of damage on the final stage, at least on stage 4, and even on the final stage as well. I actually kind of screw up my attack timings as well. You guys are going to see I kind of screw up my attack timing, but even though we do screw up a little bit, the damage output that the team has is so high that it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. But anyways, I'll go ahead and move on to the final team of the video. Now, one thing that I did not mention in this video is the fact that on stage 4, if you enter that stage with a Psy Captain, you get given a lot of debuffs. You get given attack down, normal attacks only, and also the enemy will put up 10 turns of Rainbow Shield. And as I said, that is on stage 4 against Pedro. So the thing about it is I wanted to see if I could build a team that actually just gets around the debuffs, even though you're not really supposed to be using a side team. So I wanted to go ahead and use Roger here. And the good thing about Roger is that he removes despair, or like you don't get inflicted with it. So that means that with Shanks' crew, you actually will be able to remove the special bind, which is really good. And then we also have Buggy to get around the other debuffs on the final boss stage. We have Luffy to get rid of paralysis. We have Shirahoshi Manchiri to get rid of the attack down and the chain coefficient reduction on our team. We have Vivi Rebecca to remove the full-on Rainbow Shield as well as being a strength unit means that they're going to get type advantage. And of course we have Shanks' crew special to carry over multiple turns of a 3.5 times chain lock. So with all that being said, I was actually really surprised that it was able to beat it as effective as what it did. And it definitely got the job done. Now, it does have a lot of SugoFest exclusives. It does have, a few rare recruit characters as well. But if you have the applicable units and you don't know what else to build, you could definitely build this. Something I didn't mention is that definitely Kaido can clear it as well, but I don't have a Kaido team in this video today. But that is going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to max him out because it is 100% skill up right now on the anniversary, so make sure to get him maxed out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
最後の島にたどり着けば